How did the parodies come about with you guys dressing as the Four Horsemen? How did that come about? And when you're doing it, how much fun was it to do it?
You know, we watched that tape one time and did that. Yeah, I mean, it was just like, it was day of, we had Andre, the makeup guy, put some makeup on us, and I put a pillow on my stomach. The funniest thing of all is, I asked Arn Anderson for the cooler that was in his Cadillac. That was his beer cooler. It was a known fact that Arn Anderson had. We used to call it the Horseman cooler. It was a styrofoam cooler they would pick up at the beginning of a road trip. And it was like, you know, $3.99, and when you were done with the road trip, they would just break it up and throw it in the trash. And I asked Arn, I said, do you have a cooler in your car? He said, of course we do. I said, can I use it? And they knew we were going to do the skit. They laughed at the skit, got back to the hotel, called their wives. Their wives said, those guys made you look like assholes. And that's what the heat was the wives. If the wives didn't watch the show, we would never had a problem with it. They actually thought it was funny. But when the wives said, well, he made you look like... So I'm standing in Pensacola in this hotel, night of, and Arn Anderson walks up to me. He's got about 6 Coors Lights in his hand. He said, you got a minute? He said, well, how'd you do that? My wife said I came across like a drunk. I'm waiting on the elevator, and I've already pressed the button, and the door opened. I just looked down at the beers and went, really? Like double-fisted is kind of, you know, 6-fisted is, you got a problem. You're not my wheel guy.
How would you feel if a younger faction came in and did the same thing to the Clique or the NWO and started parodying you guys and imitating you?
Well, see, we got Triple H as second in command, so that would pretty much be the end of their careers. Knock yourselves out. I heard they're hired at TNA. 20 grand a year. Girls are making more at Hooters in the States than the guys are at TNA. What's that?
And they've got their dignity.
Exactly.
Well done, that man.
Nicely played. You're gonna be my straight guy. We're gonna go on the road together.